So finally, I stopped using the, their filters at Summit, trying to find an oil pan. Pulled the car out, got up under it, took the best measurements I could, and I think I have found the one. This oil pan is kind of quirky, and I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I'm hoping for the best. But then again, 351 Windsor Crown Vic game stressful, because this is the only one that I found that would actually work for the fit that I need as far as that high volume oil pump, and that'll fit underneath my car the way it's supposed to. So hopefully this one will work, but let me show you what I'm talking about though. It has the, so my car has a and actually right now I can't even think of what it's for, but there's basically, it needs to be a hump right there, right? Now this is a 7-quart oil pan to fit the high volume oil pump. This needs to be that tall. You can see the oil pump sits on there. That's the front. So of course, it kind of just flips over that way, but it needs to be able to fit over this right here. So that's that first hump right there. And then the hump comes, and then, got the sump. That's the pickup. So it's got that big sump. And it's a 7-quart oil pan. Need a little bit more oil pan for what I'm doing. Now also down here is the baffle for it, which I have heard good things on the fact that it coming to a quick stop or anything like that, you still got very, very good oil circulation. So the oil is in there, you don't have to worry about it. Now the thing that worries me, normally oil pans, you got the outside rail right here. Well, this one on one side is actually inside, which I have never seen before. But then again, I guess, I don't know. I did see good reviews, but you also saw that I'm using studs. Now, in order for these to work, I actually had to take some of the studs out in order for this oil pan to work. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another one over there. And in order to put it on, I actually had to take these out. So when I put it on, the stud's gonna sit on the bottom side, but then I'm gonna have to put the nut through these holes in order to get it to seat down. Now I am using a pretty thick with the steel lining gasket, but this will definitely be my first time seeing something like this and using it. So I'm gonna hope for the best. But I definitely, after I believe I looked at one and then bought 3, and this is number 4. I was actually hoping to be able to go gold, but hey, gotta get what work, you know what I mean? So I'm finna go ahead right now and put this thing on so that I can keep it moving. Jeez. So I do already have the pickup on, oil pumps on, and I'm about to lay down some silicone in a couple of areas to make sure that this thing don't leak. Like I say, I'm already a little hesitant, but hey, hoping for the best, you know what I mean? Now, of course, it could not just go 100% smooth. So it looks like this screw head, the kind of washer part of this screw, is a tad bit too big to go in for these two rear screws. So I guess I got to pull out the grinder and maybe some pliers or something and kind of shave this part here down a little bit so that it'll fit on there, and then I can get back on it with the socket wrench. Okay, so you can see this one after I grinded it down. It basically took all of the kind of like extra little washer part. Had to pretty much take all of that off in order for it to work. But now you'll be able to go ahead and get it on, get these 4 down, then get the other ones, and then I gotta work on these 5, see how I'm gonna get that done, because man, I ain't got no super magnet sockets that help for that, but got this done, so let me go ahead and get that on. So this is actually another day. The screws that I had, if you remember those 5 holes, couldn't really figure out a way to put those in there, and then I had a bright idea to use a magnet. So I'm going to use this magnet, but the screws that come with the studs that I got is made out of a material that I cannot use the magnet for. So I ended up going to get some replacement nuts, because when I was trying to pick these up with the magnet, I mean, it kind of came a little bit, I think maybe inside where the threads are, but the ones that I just picked up definitely magnetized. So I'm gonna use the magnet to kind of start the thread, and then come through with the socket to make sure it's down and tight. So basically I am going to down in there where the thread is. I guess I won't be able to kind of videotape it and do it at the same time, but I'm basically just gonna put it down on there, kind of try to turn it a little bit to get the thread started, and then pull the magnet back up, and then put it down with the socket. So kind of got to get it in there, but it has to be laying flat. So this way it catches on the threads and starts. Okay, guess I gotta do like the game, that old game Operation, and get it through this hole without it changing, so that it'll get down on there the right way. And so far I'm not doing that good, so maybe I need to put this down and see if I can get them on there. Okay, so that plan worked. You can see nuts on there, nuts on there. These are a little bit easy to see. So that one's got a nut, that one's got a nut, that one's got a nut. Now I'm gonna torque them all down, and shoot, that'll be official like a whistle. This thing gonna be on. Well, I gotta put these caps back on, but that's nothing. So Operation Oil Pan after about 3 weeks is complete. Now, it doesn't seem like this was very well thought out. So they put this here, welded this here, right above a bolt hole. So this one is gonna get a good little hand tightening, but open end socket, open end wrench to the rescue. But oh man, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but this is the 4th oil pan you are seeing, because I couldn't find one that they said that actually fit. And then I finally just went ahead and did what I was supposed to do from the beginning. Got up under the car, did some measurements, and this is what I found. It looked like a Tetris piece, but hopefully that's the last time I really have to mess with that. I just know it's going to be pretty difficult taking this thing off if I need to do something else. So hopefully everything in there is right. You know what I mean? And it is super late right now, but I am what you call excited. I'm gonna go ahead and get these things back on here so I can flip this thing over and only have to look at the pan if I want to bend down. Because goodness, I have had a time with these oil pans. So this is a pair of my roller lifters. I poured all the little bit of oil that I had left. I cut one of these little things open, but I'm trying to let these, you know, sit in the oil for a little while. Actually overnight. I'm gonna cover it up, maybe with some plastic wrap or whatever. But I'm gonna sit these in the oil. Since that oil pan is on and all torqued down, looking good on there. Now it's time to move to this here top. Get these in there and start doing some work, baby. I don't know if I got enough oil though. Go get me some more oil tomorrow, I guess. I'm all out. Alright, so I'm gonna roll them up real good. Make sure they get a decent amount of oil on them. I got these this link bar set, so that's where they're gonna go. They're gonna go in there. Get them oiled up real good.